Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Prep Your Standard NATO. Today I have Andy and Zoe with me. Thanks, guys, for taking my call and trying it this way since Skype was failing so badly.
No worries, Michelle. Thanks for having us.
Alright, so let's start right off the bat with... So, Andy, you're an Army veteran, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So when did you get out?
I got out in 2012, following my last deployment to Afghanistan. Sort of been away from home for about 13 months, and it was time to spend some time with Zoe and the kids. I think it was getting to a point where she'd had enough of being a single mum.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm a military kid myself, so it's quite rough, getting away from the family for so long, and then Dad comes home and you've got to kind of learn the whole dynamic all over again.
Yeah, we did it for 17 years, and certainly put a few strains on the relationship, and but in the end, everything worked out. We're still together, still kicking goals, so all good, can't complain.
Yeah, good. And now you guys have a business helping other veterans?
Yeah, we run a charity, so we co-founded PTSD Resurrected in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bit of as a result of going through our own battles with PTSD and trauma on myself and on the family, and how it impacted us, and really the struggles that we went through. We realised that there was a lot of other people suffering in the same way as individuals and families, and I just got sick of hearing about mates and colleagues dying through suicide, or losing their fight with suicide and PTSD, and we decided we wanted to do something about it. So we wrote a book called PTSD Resurrected. Resurrected, A Story of Hope, which just gives our own story about, living with PTSD and how we dealt with things and how we overcame. And from that, it sort of just grew into this idea that we could help others, and we run programs that are specifically based around helping individuals heal from moral injury, and helping people address sort of some of their deeper underlying root issues that they haven't been able to address previously, and then rebuild their lives and get on with bigger and better things.
So what are these programs like? How do you run them?
Yeah, sure. We run a course called Reboot Combat Recovery, and it's for veterans, but we also target first responders.
Yep.
Really anyone from a service background. Service is a real key here, suffering as a result of their service. And it specifically targets that thing of moral injury or spiritual wounds. So in service, we're often confronted with things that we can't reconcile, things that leave a mark. For me in my service, it was witnessing horrors and atrocities of children and women being murdered overseas. And I really struggled with sort of reconciling that and coming to terms with what that meant about society and how I fit in, and it took a long time to sort of find my bearings again, and it's a pretty common thing that happens to people when they're confronted by trauma. And so this course specifically shows people how to find that root cause of the trauma, what's causing it, then how to deal with it. And we deal with it through identifying key things like being able to forgive others, being able to forgive yourself, for things that you may or may not have done or participated in or witnessed. A lot of veterans carry a lot of guilt and shame post-service, whether that's warranted or not. In most people, it's not warranted. It's known as false guilt or survivor's guilt. And we help people to identify those things and better understand why they're being impacted the way they are. So we look at some of the impacts of PTSD, like, anger, alcoholism, drug abuse, things like that, which are really just symptoms of an underlying condition. The underlying condition or the root cause is actually the trauma that's been suffered, and often that goes hand in hand with, guilt and shame and unforgiveness and things like that. So really we just help people to identify what they're carrying and why, and then give them tools to be able to implement and walk out of and turn their lives around.
It sounds like a really holistic and unique way that you two are looking at this and running this than anything I've heard before.
Oh, Absolutely holistic. I think through our own journey, it took me over 5 years to really get to a point where I was even functioning again, and to be a part of society. So this is a long journey, and when we found this course, we realised that they were taking people through a journey of healing in 12 weeks that took me 5 years.
Yep.
And that's what really encouraged us to want to take this and help others. And it is holistic. It ties in with nutrition and its impacts on mental health, exercise and the impacts on mental health. You know, everything's intrinsically linked. You can't separate them. So we need to understand them better. So if you're feeling depressed and tired all the time and angry, you're probably not feeding yourself well, which was certainly true in my case. You're probably not finding the energy to exercise. And all of these things are just compounding on your mental state, and you're not actually setting yourself up for success.
I think the other thing is when we run these courses, we try and tap in, during the week of each course, we'll get guest speakers from other ESOs. So whether they're from, like Andy mentioned, exercising or whatever, even we've often involved equine therapy people to come in. So we get these people to come in and talk a little bit about what they do, because, when people say, there's so much help out there for veterans and first responders and their families, there's so much help out there. But when people are going through, the dark depths of depression and everything, they don't have the energy or the know-how to reach out and find what's on offer.
Yep.
So we like to make sure that they're aware of, so we're like, we recognise what we're good at, and it's not everything. So that's why it's so important that as a community, if people are aware of all these other things that are going on, that there's all bases that can be covered.
Yeah, it takes a community, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the key messages we teach is, you're made to be part of a tribe, part of a community. You're not meant to do life alone. And it really targets some of those key identifiers of depression and PTSD, which is isolation and, a lack of energy and those sorts of things. And we just hit them head on. We do it as a community. We build small teams in confined groups that build trust and reliance on each other. And the other wonderful thing about these programs is they're veteran-led. So it's not sitting in front of a psychiatrist or psychologist, which is great. I don't have any problem with that. But it's just a different kind of healing. It's healing from a position where there's no stress, there's no impact. You don't feel like you're being used as a guinea pig or misunderstood. You're in an environment surrounded by people that get you, that understand.
And have gone through the same experiences and are teaching from their experience rather than, this is what the doctors say or whatever.
Yeah. And the other thing that I think has really been a key success to these programs is the fact that we try to target them as a family. So we promote veterans to come with their spouses and complete the course together. So just because one individual in that relationship may be suffering from PTSD doesn't mean the other person's not suffering.
Yep.
PTSD impacts a whole family. And what we've seen is, giving a partner an opportunity to have a voice and to hear other people's perspectives that are going through similar circumstances really creates a new communication level between individuals, and it creates more empathy and love, and we just see families restored. It's amazing. It's great to be part of it.
Yeah, I think it's a real nail on the head, that one, that the family element, because so often people are talking about veterans now, which is great, but they forget the families and they forget that the family serves as well.
Yeah, that's right. And I think that probably one of the things I'm most passionate about is, I know when we were going through our struggle with PTSD, everybody was, how's Andy doing? He looks really tired. He shouldn't be doing what he's doing. He really should rest. He should. And I just remember so many times I just wanted somebody to say, how are you going?
Yep.
Because unfortunately what happens is so much burden that does end up on the shoulders of you become a carer. That's and then you're not just caring for your partner, you're caring for your children, and you're trying to bubble wrap your kids so your kids aren't going to be damaged by the storm, you know, and there's no, one of the biggest things is you don't look after yourself. So, you know, and if the carer loses it, then what happens?
Yeah, then who's there to help?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really what we focus on, you know, this holistic method of healing. But there's three main things: is restoring hope is critical. You know, you can't survive very long without hope. And we promote healing. We do that through community events, through our courses, through small group gatherings, and, you know, like-minded people doing life together rather than sitting at home by yourself drinking too much.
Yeah.
And then purpose. It's about restoring purpose. And what I love about these courses and this organisation that we've set up is it gives people an opportunity to restore their purpose. One thing that you'll find very common with anyone that serves in any capacity is they served for a reason. They signed up because they wanted to be a part of something bigger than themselves, or they wanted to serve in a community in something that they thought was honourable or important. And often when people are taken out of that service background, whether they lose their jobs or they're no longer able to work or they choose to resign, like I did, they can lose their identity and their purpose. And what we do is we give people the opportunity to rebuild that. And it's through a mentoring program that we run. So graduates will come back and volunteer as mentors to take other course people through future courses. And it creates this amazing community of veterans helping veterans and rebuilding that purpose again. Because as soon as there's something incredibly healing about being a part of someone else's healing journey.
Yeah.
And that's what Zoe and I have found so much purpose in, and why we do this, because it's kind of selfish. You know, helping others actually helps us.
This sounds amazing, guys. When are you going to bring it to WA?
It's a really good question.
We're actually in the process of developing a 5-day course, so it's going to be an express, like an intense course.
Mm-hmm.
And what we will actually allow us to basically travel with it. So we did just recently come back we went to Northern Ireland and ran a course there.
Oh, great.
And the response was amazing. Like it was...
There's a lot of trauma in Belfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an incredible response. It was sort of the first time we tried the course, you know, in a shorter format. And that's what we're focusing on this year. This year's going to be a massive year for the charity. We're going to do a couple of short courses here in Queensland.
Yep.
And we actually have an intention of coming to WA and running a 5-day program.
We've been asked a few times, and we probably will approach the RSL.
Yeah,
please
absolutely.
do.
So we work closely with the RSL in Queensland through our local RSLs, Currumbin RSL and Redlands RSL. And we also work very closely now with Queensland RSL, it's a state body, who through, I think, really word of mouth and popular demand have reviewed us and sort of got behind us and said, hey, these guys are doing something that's a bit different and addressing this issue in a new way. And it's having such incredible results that we're really starting to build a community of support behind us. So we'd love to speak with WA RSL and New South Wales RSL in the future and be able to see this program go nationwide, because it really can help so many people.
Yeah, you let me know when you're ready to come out to WA, and we'll talk, and I'll hook you up with the big boys here. Alright, so I did also see on your website that you've got Resurrected Warriors Plus Water Life Project. What's that?
Yeah, it's a bit of a dream at the moment, but it's a vision that we'd like to, again, working in line with that purpose, helping people redefine their purpose. We've partnered with a water purification company that is going to allow us to deliver life-saving water to communities in need. So essentially doing a small aid mission. So we want to take Reboot graduates as volunteers to remote and isolated communities around Australia and South Pacific, and just help them out with something really key and important, and that's the provision of fresh drinking water. So that's just another area that we're hoping to build as a charity and give back to the community, but in giving back, we're providing healing to the veterans in the process.
Christ, guys, you're going to have your own little army going out, of healed veterans building houses for the homeless and everything soon.
Yeah, mate, that's the vision, It's a tough gig. Like, though I've no experience in running a charity, and there's a lot of work in it, and we've got some great people behind us now that are joining up with us and helping us on this path. But we've got vision, and that's just one of the visions that we really see as an amazing opportunity for the people in the future, and I think it'll be a great success. But these things take money, so
yeah.
We got to get out there and shake the tin, which I'm particularly not good at. I need to find someone else that's good at fundraising. But there's plenty of opportunities down the track, and we're looking to partner with business and community a bit more in that area to be able to get some of these things up and running.
Well, it sounds like a really easy program to sell once you've got someone who knows how to sell. So I think once you've got that person, you guys are going to be up and running and, not know what to do because you're going to have all this time to just do it.
Well, that's my hope.
Well, yeah, this sounds amazing, guys. So if people want to get in contact, if they want to donate, if they want to get involved, where can they find you?
Yeah, we've got a website, www.ptsdresurrected.org. They can email us directly through the website or email us on info@ptsdresurrected.org. And yeah, jump on there. We've got a Facebook page, Resurrected Surviving PTSD, which is growing. I think, how many people we got on it? A lot. It's growing, so get in touch. If you've got ideas, we love involving other ESOs and communities.
Mm-hmm.
If people run programs that they believe can help veterans and first responders in local areas and they want to get in touch with us, we'd love to, put you in touch with our members. We're all about helping a community, not doing things in isolation. So get involved, get in touch with us, and we'll see how we can work together to help families.
Great. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time, guys. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
You're very welcome. Thanks
Cheers.
for the call.
This podcast was edited, published and produced by the RSLWA. Head to www.rslwa.org.au for other content. Make sure to subscribe to this podcast and follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook.